What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the G.I. Joe classified Cobra pilot and the Cobra Claw, the covert light aerial weapon. So this one's going to be pretty interesting. I don't think I was able to pre-order this right away. I think I missed it, or maybe I passed on it. I think I just missed it because this isn't something that I would just pass on. But I was able to, it came in stock for a brief little moment, and I was able to jump on it. And of course, I got it here now. So, of course, if you look at the packaging, you could see it in action. You got the bubble. You can see the pilot here, but also you can see the Rattler up top that we got. And look at that in the background. It's like, are we going to get a base one day? Who knows? Who knows? That'd be pretty cool, though, if we got it in sections or something like that. But, yeah, that's the front of the packaging. We got the side with a little bit of the artwork. 152. We got the back where you can see the pilot and the different accessories. We got the 2-3 head sculpts, and then you've got this red little cover there, helmet. You got weapon, pistol, Uzi. You've got this claw. You got the blast effects. Looks like the claw is going to have a bunch of little different pieces in there. Hopefully it's all together. But yeah, other side. Front again. Now let's get it open and check it out. All right, so when you open the packaging, it comes with the cardboard box, of course, that is holding the claw. And then you've got the locker, 152, Cobra emblem, Cobra pilot and claw. And this has two of these packages here. One that has the accessories for the actual pilot, and one that has the little mini parts for the claw. So she looks pretty cool, but I'm thinking she's going to be very similar to the Ferret, the ATV driver. And then we'll check this one out because it's the first time we're getting something like this. But yeah, looks pretty cool. We'll keep her to the side. We'll keep the claw back there because we're going to take a look at some of her accessories. So we've got this head sculpt here. Looks pretty nice. I guess you're already up in the air. You got this high altitude, so you've got a little breather to help you out. Blue, black, nice silver. I love that silver when they use it. I think it should be used on more things than they actually do. We've got the Uzi. Nice sculpt. No paint to help bring it out. Stand, we've seen before. Familiar stand. We got this really nice shotgun. It doesn't move or anything like that, but it is pretty sturdy plastic, which is nice. And then you've got this front grip. You've got this little port here for your mags, but this one comes with a drum, which is pretty nice. And you got the red with the gold for the shells. That's really nice paintwork in there. You got the white on there, so it's not a plain black. Just plugs right in like that, and that looks really awesome. And has a hole for a port for effects. But yeah, that's a really nice shotgun right there. We've got a suppressor. We got a little pistol. Looks like a little Beretta, but I could be wrong. A little extended mag. Suppressor slides right on. Pretty cool. No paint to bring anything out. And then you got that Uzi again. Also has an extended nose. So bam, you can put the suppressor on there too. Can't do it for the shotty. What else do we got here? I feel like I am. Yep, there it is. I was gonna say I was missing a head sculpt. So you got this one here. Blue, black. You got that print in there, which is really nice. Got the red with the silver in there. Helps bring that out really nice. The eyes look good. The eyebrows. The skin tone is just a lighter skin tone versus the one that comes on the pilot is the darker skin tone. So it's pretty cool to army build, or you can use this on another figure, maybe a female trooper. And that's it for the pilot's accessories. For the claw, we get a couple of these wing attachments. It's going to go on the ends. We've got some flaps. Just molded. There's a little extra black there. QC stuff. Comes with 2 little missiles. Molded in a flat black. And then you get these 2 blast effects. Thinking maybe he could port those into these rockets just to kind of show them firing off. Or they might plug in here for like boosters. We'll see. So we're going to start by taking a look at the claw. And it looks pretty cool. Very different. I did put the attachments on there already. So from the bottom, you can see it's got these wheels. The landing gear that is, ball joints. So they can spin, turn around, everything like that. So you'll spin it. And that looks pretty awesome. Does roll nicely. You've got the harness for the pilot. These straps do move in and out to slide the pilot in there. You've got these the gears to fly it that are ratcheted. Plain gray. You've got these fins here that do move together. You've got the red danger symbols for the jet, so it does says jet intake. I put of course, these flaps and the ends are the small ones that were in the bag, and I did put the missiles on there. On the top, you got this nice, you got the gold, the red on this flap here. I put the 8 here. You could really interchange these if you wanted to. You could have the 8 on this side, but it would be on the bottom side of the flap, so you wouldn't see it. I just decided to keep it up top. Could be wrong on how that's supposed to go, but you could really do it either way. I guess if you hide the 8 from the top, you could army build it a little bit better, or I don't know if maybe that's like the squadron or something like that. Who knows? You do have this machine gun turret, and that's pretty cool that this part does rotate, and it also moves up here. It is hinged. Going around. Really cool. I do like that as like an extra added weapon. Again, you got these fins and flaps that do move. You got the silver, the black. It is molded in like this plain gray. You got these nice panel lines. You got green on this side versus the red on the other. Gold there on the edges. Gold here on the front. On the back side, you can see the red here. You can see the little ends of the engines. Nice silver. I'm just coming in, and that's what it looks like there. So pretty cool. That's pretty much it for that. For the pilot, she does look really cool. Got that red mask that we saw with the other head sculpt. She just got the darker skin tone. You got the eyes. You get the little texturing in the helmet. Nice sculpting in the mask. You got the folded over collar around the neck. Cobra symbol in the chest. You got this gray here for the comms. Really glad that they decided to paint that and that wire going all the way through. It does help break up that plain black. It does do a lot for being so simple. You've got this here, pouches. You got this nice little like graph, topographical type stuff. So you can see the terrain. You've got So it looks like it's from here. It looks like the shirt's going to be all black, and then you look at it, and actually on the other side, it is broken up with some blue. So that is pretty cool. That's very nice, very different. Belt, nothing on it. You've got a holster for the pistol. Got the blue and black pants. Same thing for the boots. But you got nice sculpting there. Little colors to help break it up, and that's pretty nice. For articulation, head is on the ball pegs. So head looks down only about that far. Goes back about that far. Cut at the base of the neck that lets you look further down. And not too far back because the collar starts to get in the way there. T-pose goes a little bit past T, slightly. Upper bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. Peg and hinge for the wrist. It's a vertical. You got diaphragm cut in there underneath that harness there. Ball waist. And it's really hard to use that cut in there because of the harness. It almost feels like there's nothing in there. But ball waist, not much movement out of there, sadly. At the top, anyways, the ball waist is working extra. Drop down hip, leg goes forward about that far, back to neutral. Upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, upper boot cut, hinge pivot for the foot and ankle. And that is it for her articulation. I will try throwing on some of these accessories. And, we'll get a couple little quick poses out of there. I do like this head sculpt. I do like that red there. It looks very, very nice. So pretty cool. Basic. I think one thing that I hate is there's not a way to store more weapons on her. I mean, if you're going to go up there and go flying and you're going to land, I want more than just my pistol if I land. It's like, where does this go? I don't know if it stores on the claw. I'll look again, but that would be pretty cool if it did. As just a basic soldier, though, pretty cool. I think she looks very nice. This shotgun looks huge on her. Looks super big. Pretty cool. Not really meant for that, but barely fits in there. I would say don't do that. Definitely got to be for the boosters. Lighter skin tone. Kicking in the door. Those split kicks. And this holster keeps sliding down and the pistol keeps falling out. Normally it's a little bit tighter. But there she is kind of running. Very cool. See that pistol keeps coming out? That's just from like my foot just touching. I mean, my hand touching the. I don't know why I said my foot. Yeah, pretty nice. I'm liking this figure, man. It looks good, just as like a soldier, just kind of laying around, like standing around. She seems like a higher ranking. I mean, you've got the officer symbol. The articulation is really good. She's sitting all the way back, really. So that's cool. I mean, really nice. So it's pretty quick, simple posing. Now let's get her. Take this helmet off. Slide on the actual pilot one, or the flying one. Get her on the claw and see how it looks. All right, so here is the pilot and the claw. We've got it taken off. This is not a stand that comes with the figure. This is a Mafex stand. I just happened to have it nearby and decided to connect it to see if it could hold. And it does hold it, around here. It is kind of heavy. I don't expect it to hold it being all the way straight up. But just for now, you can kind of see this pilot taking off. Got the landing gear still down. But again, you're going to turn and fold those down. And there we go. I think I just loosened it up when I was messing with it. So I'll take it out. Here she is. Flying, holding the little handles. And again, it's just kind of disappointing that you don't really got nowhere to store all this. It'd be nice if this claw had somewhere, and I don't think there is, but it'd be nice if there was somewhere to open up a little hatch here that maybe it had a spot for uh, the accessories, some of the weapons on there, stored in there. That'd be kind of cool. And the way this gun keeps falling out, I just had to check and see. Maybe it was the Uzi that needed to go in there, but nah, it's a pistol. And multiple different characters can fit in this. This harness is big enough for guy figures. It just loosens up. And you have to tighten it for her too. Those little straps there, what you'll pull through to tighten her. But yeah, I mean, that looks cool. Pretty much it. Can't get the head all the way up so that it looks like she's flying, just more looking down and guiding that way. Yeah, flying around, kicking up the extra boosts. So pretty cool. Yeah, and that's pretty much all the set really is. So for comparison, I guess if we open up the wings of this and line it up, there's all this, like it's probably twice this size and length. going all the way across, just so you get an idea. And then, of course, I brought her out to see how the face sculpt was. All right, here we go. So, I would say, yeah, that's the same. Got the same markings. Down the middle almost looks a little bit different, but it's not. It's really not. So, same helmet. That doesn't look too bad because she's got the blue. And then you got the red. So that's pretty cool. You wouldn't really be able to see the red underneath there for that. Mess around with this. Yeah. I don't know. What do y'all think? Pretty cool. Does add something to it look wise. It does look pretty cool when you swap it like that, but even though I'm not going to do that, even though does look good, I got to stay standard. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So we got similar head sculpts to that ATV driver. I've got her this one. Because they're flying, I'm probably, it's a tough call. You got the different head sculpts, and it's a tough call on how you want to display them and use them. I do love that we got the extra head sculpts because I can throw these on the other soldiers. Um, the body looks cool. The figure looks pretty nice. Get her out of there. And you can use anybody in this thing again, so multi-purpose. Guess it would be nice to be able to army build it a little bit, maybe get another one. But it is pretty big also, so I mean these vehicles are a lot larger. Space does tend to become an issue at some point. I do think that she looks pretty good. Could have used a little bit more paint somewhere in here. I do like that they did this little piece. Maybe something on the pouch on both sides because there is detail again. Um, and somewhere to store the weapons. I wish there was somewhere to store those weapons. It'd have been really nice. Again, I didn't see anything, but just a little compartment here. Just to slide that in underneath. That would have been pretty cool. Or even on her. Give, like, I don't know, something? Anything? Would have been cool. This pistol keeps, I gotta do something. I gotta squeeze this holster down, but heat it up and squeeze it to mold it better. But yeah, something. You got these two really cool weapons, and there's nowhere to like keep it on her. That kind of blows just a little bit. Probably keep this head sculpt on because I'm going to keep her inside of there. But if not, I'd probably use one of these ones. They do look really nice. So yeah, that's going to be it for this review. I mean, it's a cool figure. Pretty okay sculpt. I mean, it could use some paint to help bring it out, but it's also what they're going for. I do love that they put the blue underneath the arm. Um, the claw itself is pretty cool. It's pretty large. Could have used maybe just a little bit more paint if you wanted to make it look way premium. Like these could have been molded differently in a different color. The handles. I don't know if I'll get another one. I do kind of want one, but again, it is kind of large. And I got the Rattler come in and other things, so it's kind of like, where do you start putting this? Am I going to hang it from a ceiling or something? Could have came with a little flight stand, maybe. Um, Probably leave her like that on a shelf or something versus laying down. Just looks cool to be able to see all the different, underneath it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool figure myself. Hopefully, I showed enough of it to help you out, decide whether you want to pick it up, because it is kind of hard to get at the moment, and I don't know what the prices are going to be like. But again, hopefully, I showed you enough to maybe you want this, maybe you don't. Help you decide. And yeah, that's going to be it. I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.